And hello everybody, how are you doing? This is Tanner and today I'm going to be showcasing all of my Cars video games that I own. Those being Cars Race-O-Rama, Cars 2 the video game, and Cars 3 Driven to Win. For the showcase, I'm going to be showcasing the front cover, back cover, CD, instruction booklets, and a little bit of the gameplay. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting off with Cars Race-O-Rama. This game was released way back in 2009. And let's be honest guys, anything that was either revealed or released in 2009, it's guaranteed greatness. I mean, take a look at me. I was born in 2009 and turned out great. I still have a Cars channel that still runs today with enormous success. Okay, just kidding guys, just kidding. But if I'm gonna be serious though, Cars Race-O-Rama is probably tied with Cars 2 the video game as one of the best Cars video games ever. There is nothing that could possibly ruin this game. Well, maybe a little few things, but maybe in the future I'll get to those. But anyways, here's the front cover. Here is Lightning McQueen and Chick Hicks crossing the finish line at Santa Cabrera with some random racers in the background racing along the sunset with the really nice buildings back there, the Ferris wheels back there, really nice. Disney Pixar Cars Race-O-Rama. This was released for the PS2, PS3. I think it was also released for the Game Boy Advanced. Also was released for the Xbox, and I know it. Really nice. There's the PlayStation logo, which back then it used to be in colored, but now it's just all gray or white. PlayStation 3 in kind of the Spider-Man font. On the side says PS3, Disney Pixar Cars, Race-O-Rama. Focus on the game, please. Don't focus on the background. Really nice. Here's the back cover. Let the race begin. Join Lightning McQueen, Chick Hicks, and over 30 racers, 15 which are newly playable as they compete for the ultimate Race-O-Rama trophy. You can customize Lightning McQueen from wheels and side skirts to hoods to bumpers and spoilers, with tons of new cool kits and paints to trick out Lightning McQueen. You can race in new racetracks such as the street, beach, and off-road racing tracks, or you can also race in the all-new Radiator Springs Speedway. And you can also compete with friends back then in the multiplayer modes. Really nice. I bought this game in early January of this year, a few days after my old faithful PS3 came back to life, and I'm still doing a gameplay of Cars Race-O-Rama. I think part 4 of Cars Race-O-Rama will come out probably this Tuesday. I'm not too sure. Let's take a look now at the inside. Here's the instruction booklet and the CD. Let's first take a look at the booklet. The front cover of the instruction booklet is basically the same as the cover for the game. But there's one little thing. Since I bought this game secondhand, some of the images, they've been colored in by its previous owner. Like, take a look at Pinstripe McQueen here. He's been horribly painted with lots of mistakes. I'm pretty sure there's another one. Yeah, there's another one here. There's another one up there. And Daredevil McQueen's picture has also been painted. Look, that one's also been painted. Yeah, look at Daredevil McQueen. He's been absolutely massacred in red paint. Horribly painted, if I'm gonna be honest. The back cover is completely black, but stay tuned to the video because there will be one of these games that actually has another design for the back cover. Now let's take a look at the CD. Here's the CD. It's all red with the Disney Pixar Cars Race-O-Rama logo, PlayStation logo, Blu-ray disc, THQ, Disney Pixar, PlayStation 3. Really nice. Now that we've taken a look at the CD, booklet, and the covers, let's cut to the gameplay. So here is the gameplay for Cars Race-O-Rama. Since I'm still doing a series for Cars Race-O-Rama, I'm not going to do any events. I'm just going to do a mini game. I mainly want to try to do the photo op mini game. But for that, I have to find a camera car that has the symbol on top. But anyways, A good thing about Cars Race-O-Rama is that it's mainly a open world game. So if you're a fan of open world games and if you have a PS3, Cars Race-O-Rama is definitely the one for you. As of now, I'm still trying to find those damn camera cars, but I can't seem to find any that have the symbol on top. Oh wait, there's one. We're gonna do Photo Op 2 again. That's, not gonna lie, a magnificently beautiful screensaver. Okay, so all you have to do is just go through behind Lizzie's building. Just go turn right, hit a little boost, and jump in the end, and then ka-chow. That is true. Let's try to change the camera. Let's see. No, I already did that one. I guess I'll do that one. Animation. No, we did that in the gameplay. No. Yeah. Ka-chow. Looks like me and Tia love it. Woohoo! Red's the color of the season. Ouch. Congratulations, you won this event. Awesome. Okay, now I want to show you guys the customizations for McQueen. In terms of customizations, Cars Race-O-Rama takes the win. As it says in the back of the color, you can customize hoods, side skirts, spoilers, wheels, paint jobs, pretty much almost everything. Here we are at Luigi's. You can change out the tires. I've unlocked quite a few ones. If I press R1, I can switch the garage. So now we're in Ramon's. Look at that. We have that one. That kind of reminds me of the Ford GT. Oh, that one looks good. Kind of reminds me of Cruz Ramirez. That's the original. Also, I've only unlocked 2 paint jobs, but there's way more paint jobs. Now, let's go to Doc's garage, because that's where the fun begins. Let's see, the hood. I didn't really unlock much for the hood, so we're going to keep at that. Side skirts. I've only unlocked 1. Bumpers. I've unlocked a few. I'm going to keep this one. Spoilers. Well, I've only unlocked 2, so we're going to keep it at that. But I do want to switch wheels because I don't like those. So I'm going to change to these. Boy, McQueen, you're looking fine, bro. Okay, first impressions on loading time, it takes forever. But that screensaver is amazing, not going to lie. But here is our boy McQueen. Ka-chow, you're looking great. Sally's definitely going to be very, very impressed. Alright, now that we've taken a look at Cars Race-O-Rama, let's cut right back to the video. The next game I own, if we're going chronological order, is Cars 2, the video game. As I said before, Cars 2, the video game is tied with Cars Race-O-Rama as being the best Cars video games ever. The front cover is basically just the poster of the movie with the globe and the Cars 2 logo, Holly, Finn, Mater, and Lightning. The font for the PS3 did change. With the Race-O-Rama one, it kind of had that Spider-Man font from like the first Spider-Man movie. But this one, from the Cars 2 the video game, it kind of resembles the PlayStation fonts that all the PlayStation games carry, just changing the colors and numbers. On the side says PS3, Disney Pixar, Cars 2. I bought this game in late January, early February. As it can see back here, it says: Os peões precisam-se, compete contra os melhores corredores do mundo, joga com até 3 amigos no modo multiplayer para 4 jogadores. Yes, this is translated in Portuguese. There's the image of Finn McMissile racing against Carla, Lightning McQueen firing some missiles, and some other images of Francesco Bernoulli, Shu Todoroki, Luigi, and Guido. Here's the inside. Let's take a look first at the CD, then we'll take a look at the booklet. Oh, World Grand Prix can just fall backwards. There he is. There we go. Okay. It's not really focusing. There we go. As you guys can see, in contrast from the Race-O-Rama disc, the Cars 2 the Video Games disc is now in blue instead of red, with the PlayStation 3 logo down there, Disney Pixar Cars 2, Disney Interactive Studios, Blu-ray disc. Really, really nice. The back's all translucent. Well, not really translucent. I meant to say chrome. But now let's take a look at the booklet. The front cover of the booklet is exactly the same as the front cover of the game, but the back cover is completely different. It shows another of the Cars 2's posters, but instead of being either the one from McQueen and Francesco or the one from the front cover, it's the poster that has Luigi and Guido on it. It says Carros 2. It was released. Cars 2 was released here in Portugal in July 7th of 2011. Really, really nice. There's Guido, Luigi, Mater, Lightning McQueen, Finn McMissile, and Holly Shiftwell. I really love this image. I was so surprised by finding out that the back cover was actually different from the front one. This made me love Cars 2 the video game even more. And don't worry, once I end Cars Race-O-Rama, I will be doing a gameplay series on Cars 2 the video game. Now that we take a look at the front cover, back cover, CD, and the booklet, let's cut to the gameplay. So here is the gameplay for Cars 2 the video game. In terms of character roster, Cars 2 the video game absolutely dominates. There's probably over 40 characters to play as. And if you include the DLCs with the Cars 1 character, there's definitely about 50 characters in here. I've unlocked pretty much almost every single character. I'm not too sure. There's still a few characters I still need to unlock because I need to get the spy points and the crests. But if we go to the garage real quick, let's check. I think I've unlocked nearly everyone. I still need to unlock Union Jack Finn, Young Professor Z, Brand New Fillmore, and I think... oh, that's it. Those are the last 3 characters I need to unlock. Union Jack Finn, Young Professor Z, and Brand New Fillmore. Surprisingly, Brand New Fillmore was in this game, which is a new one, but not Brand New Mater. I still don't have the DLCs for the Cars 1 characters, so I won't be able to play as the Delinquent Road Hazards, Chick Hicks, and the Radiant Springs Townies. And I think to get the exclusive Lightyear Lightning, I think I have to pay the PlayStation Premium subscription, which I don't want to do that. In terms of adjusting like body kits or stuff like that, there is no such thing. The only thing you could do is just turn the auto drift on and off. But let's race quickly as Lightning McQueen. We're racing in Pipeline Sprint. That's a really nice image, by the way, of Lightning and Francesco. That's really, really nice. We're going to do just 1 lap because I don't want to take too much time. But one thing I can immediately notice, the loading time for the PS3 games take way longer. And one thing that differs from Cars 3 Driven to Win to Cars 2 the video game, in Cars 3 Driven to Win, you could skip this, but in Cars 2 the video game, you can't. For people that are impatient, that's a bad thing, but for people who like watching these types of stuff, like me, it's not really a bad thing. Unfortunately, since my controller's kind of busted, but it's like the only working controller I have, to turn backwards, I kind of have to jump and turn backwards. But that's Cars 2, the video game. Technically, the last Cars video game I own is Cars 3 Driven to Win. I own two versions of Driven to Win, the PS3 and the PS4 version. I'm going to be showcasing the PlayStation 3 version first because all of the other games I've showcased are all for the PlayStation 3. Cars 3 the video game is the only Cars video game that was able to be re-included for the PlayStation 5 in form of CD. Because with Cars Race-O-Rama, Cars 2 the video game, and Mater National, you had to pay the PlayStation Premium, and you also had to pay a subscription. And I did not want to do that. So, good thing my old faithful PS3 came back to life so I could play these classic Cars games. But anyways, here's the front cover with Lightning McQueen, Cruz Ramirez in her Dinoco paint, and Jackson Storm. Cars 3 Driven to Win right there. PlayStation logo is now in gray instead of the classic colored version. PS3. On the side says PS3, Disney Pixar Cars 3 Driven to Win. Here's the back. In terms of back covers, I think this is the best one. It says, Heart of a Champion. It takes more than speed to become the ultimate racer. There's Natalie Certain, Chick Hicks, Bobby Swift, Mater, Lightning McQueen, Cruz Ramirez, Sally, and Brick Yardley. There's 20 plus tracks in Stunt Park. There's more than 20 cars, and there's some images of Jackson Storm, Mater, Cruz Ramirez, RV, Dr. Damage, and Miss Fritter. Really, really nice. Here's the inside. Since this was technically the first Cars game I ever owned, the booklet's not going to be in good of a condition, but keep in mind I was 12 back then. Here's the CD. I'm not going to remove it because we're going to be able to remove it in the PlayStation 4 version, which I will showcase. There is Disney Pixar Cars 3 Driven to Win, Jackson Storm, and Lightning McQueen's picture with the PlayStation 3 logo. Now, let's change to the PS4 version. Here is the PS4 version of the game, and one difference you can immediately note is the color of the kind of CD disc thing. I don't really remember the name. You can immediately tell the difference in the color. The PS3 version, it was clear, and the stripes were all in black. Both the PS4 version, the stripes, and the cover were all in blue. Which kind of makes sense, because in every PlayStation era, there was always going to be like a different coloring. Like for the stripes, for the PS3 version, it was black, PS4 was blue, and for the PS5, it was in white. Which kind of made sense, because the PlayStation 5 is mainly in white with some black elements. Front cover is basically exactly the same. Side cover, exactly the same, just the difference in the numbering and the color. Back cover, exactly the same as well. Now let's take a look at the inside. It's kind of hard to record when I'm like one-man show. Oh my god, what did I do? Okay, nothing fell out, okay. Here's the inside. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm gonna try my best. Here's the inside. As you guys can see, the booklet on the PS4 version is in way better condition. And the difference between the CDs, I will be able to showcase right now. There's not really much differences between the PS3 and the PS4 versions of the CDs. Well, maybe a little difference in the vibrancy and how the coloring hits, but the main difference is the logos in the bottom. The PS3 version is all in black and it kind of has that curving element to it. But the PS4 version is in blue and it's just completely straight. But if there's any more differences between the PS3 and the PS4 versions, let me know, because those were the only differences I were able to make out. Oh, but I just remembered, we still have to take a look at the booklet. Here's the instruction booklet for Cars 3 Driven to Win. I decided to bring out the version for the PS4 instead of the PS3 because it's in a way better condition and it's a lot more crisp. The front cover is exactly the same as the cover for the game. Back cover, it doesn't have like another movie poster, it's just plain red, which does change. It does give it a little change because if you guys remember, Race-O-Rama's back cover was all in black. Let's take a look at the inside. Here is the front, the first two pages. There's Lightning McQueen down there. Heart of a Champion, that's the same thing that's in the back of the cover. DualShock 4 wireless controller. Well, it also works for the for the PS5 controller, which I won't be able to get because it's kind of far from me. Here is the other page. It has Jackson Storm and Cruz in Fireball Beach. One cool thing I like about this booklet is that every time they show like a character or some sort of information, they show different backgrounds. Like here's lightning in Los Angeles. Here we are at Thomasville. You can tell by the Smokey's Garage banner in the background. Here we have Jackson Storm and Cruise in Fireball Beach, and that's Fireball Beach because of the pier. I don't think there's another one. No, that was the end. Okay. Here's another picture of lightning, which is the same one as in the front one, or the first page of the booklet. And that's basically it. That's basically it for the instruction booklet for Cars 3 Driven to Win. So now, you know the drill. Let's cut to the gameplay. So here is the gameplay for Cars 3 Driven to Win. As you guys can see, in terms of characters, it has a lot less from Cars 2. It has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It has a total of 23 characters. I'm pretty sure Cars 2 the video game had more, including with the DLCs. If you did not have the DLC for Cars 3 Driven to Win, it would be 22 characters. The only reason there's 23 is because of the fabulous Lightning McQueen. In terms of customizations, Cars 2, the video game, has the least. Cars 3 Driven to Win has a little more, but it doesn't have as much as Cars Race-O-Rama. You can customize a horn, light effects, fire, or the turbo, and you could also put auto drift. I'm going to keep it like this. We're going to do a really quick gameplay because we can't waste a lot of time. We have to make this quite quick. As you guys can see, the graphics in Cars 3 Driven to Win are of course a lot better, but it makes sense because I am playing on the PS5. I could definitely feel like Cars 3 Driven to Win is a lot more smooth in terms of the controls. Once I press the X button, I could jump literally instantly. The barrel rolls, they're also very quick, which I really do like. Since I am playing on the PS5, the controls are going to respond a lot quicker than the previous games. So now that I've showcased all three of the Cars video games, it's time to tell you guys which one was my favorite. Cars 3 Driven to Win, Cars Race-O-Rama, or Cars 2 the video game. In third place is gonna be Cars 3 Driven to Win. Reason? Cars 3 Driven to Win is just a refreshed version of Cars 2 the video game. Don't get me wrong, I love Cruz Ramirez, I love Jackson Storm, I love all the new characters they've implemented to the game and brought back some classic ones like Mac. But Cars 3 Driven to Win is just a refreshed version of Cars 2 the video game with slightly better customizations and worse character roster. So in third place sits Cars 3 Driven to Win. So now the battle is now between these two. Cars 2 the video game and Cars Race-O-Rama. I love both of the games, and both have aspects that I love and hate. Like Cars Race-O-Rama, I love the aspects of customizations and the open world gameplay, but it's not as great in terms of intense racing. There's not really as much intense racing as I expected. Cars 2 the video game, it succeeds in character roster and intense racing, but it lacks customizations and open worlds. Well, if you don't include that god-awful hunter mode. Me and my homies hate the hunter mode. But anyways, which one is my favorite? Cars Race-O-Rama or Cars 2 the video game? I'm gonna be very honest, I'm not really much of a fan of open world games. And since Cars Race-O-Rama brings so much of that, even though it is great, I've never really been much of a fan of open world games. So, the victor of this video is Cars 2, the video game. I simply cannot choose. It was a very hard decision. I love both of the games to death, but in the end, Cars 2 the video game takes it. But now I want to hear your opinions. Which one is your favorite Cars game? Cars 3 Driven to Win, Cars Race-O-Rama, or Cars 2 the video game? Let me know in the comments. And since I don't have Cars the video game or Cars Made International, I couldn't really showcase them because they're only PS2 games. And unfortunately, I think the PS3 version of Cars Made International was canceled, which is unfortunate. But it's okay. I'm going to still try to track down the CDs for Cars, the video game, and Cars Made International. But anyways, that was basically it for today's video of all of my Cars video games. If you guys liked this video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you won't miss any new notifications when Champion Racer Collection uploads. This is Champion Racer Collection signing out, seeing you guys in the next video.